upstairs. Not they accidentally find out. They call the ambulance.
Oh, that's right.
And the military's like, wait, what happened?
Yeah.
And they go there and investigate. Like,
and then they start looking at cameras, and then they see that
Well,
11.
they find
That's
they don't start
right.
looking at cameras.
Well,
They find the jacket.
They find the jacket, and
he's like,
then,
"There's 2 jackets, 2 girls' jackets. Why would there be? It's got to be her.
not
Don't
like
look-
any fucking other person lives in this house.
Couldn't have been Holly's jacket. Couldn't. I was like, there's a leap there. There are some leaps here that the military people make that I'm like, I get you want to get here, but there are some leaps you're making to get there that don't make any logical sense. Like they would not jump to that conclusion immediately.
Chaotically Nerdy is a podcast made by nerds for nerds. This podcast is made by adults, for adults, and children with bad parents. Adult language will be used and adult situations may arise. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Chaotically Nerdy. On this week's episode is me, Delightful Derek.
And me, Lieutenant Akers.
And me, dipshit Derek.
I knew there was going to be 2 Dereks. I just didn't know who was going to be the one to say it. It's actually me, Tyler.
And me, Jared.
And me, Ethan.
And this week, we're going to talk about Stranger Things Season 5, which just released 2 weeks ago at this point, roughly. Maybe 3.
The last episode came out like
He's saying from when it comes out.
I'm trying to talk in the future.
oh
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, sure. Totally.
I don't know what day it is. It's Tuesday.
What year is it?
Oh, it's a Tuesday. There's lots of those though.
There is lots of those. It could be any Tuesday.
Approximately 52 of those.
True. And we're talking about Stranger Things season 5. We already did the other seasons, right?
Yeah, we've already covered all those. If you want to go listen to those really long episodes, by really long, I mean they're like an hour and 45 a piece.
Hey, that's long for us.
It is long for us.
Somebody's anal about length.
I'm a size queen. Leave me alone.
No, you're the opposite. You want shorter.
I know about length. Can we phrase that differently?
No. That's why I phrased it like that.
It's not that I don't want long. It's just we record late at night sometimes. Just pause.
Pause. Unpause.
Doesn't want length, he wants girth.
Yeah. You got to stretch out the walls.
Girth's more important than length, boys.
God damn it.
Can we go on with this?
No.
Wait, if you want to hear more ignorance like that, you know where you can go? You know where they can go, Jarrett?
Straight to-
Patreon or /Discord. Either one.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. And you know how they get there? They go to the link in the description. Just copy and paste that bad boy. It'll take you to a link tree, and it'll show all our shit.
Why the fuck you gotta copy and paste it? Why
Because it won't let you fucking do a hyperlink for some fucking reason.
that's stupid.
I agree. The other way that you could do it is you could go to our Instagram. Just search us up, Chaotically Nerdy Podcast. It's on there. We don't post anything on there because I'm lazy. And what the fuck else am I going to post for pictures?
Well, we have to continue this. You gotta show a hole.
feet pics.
Remember from the OnlyFans? We gotta start posting hole on there.
I'm not posting hole on Instagram. That will get taken down immediately.
I didn't say it had to be butthole. I just said hole.
Yeah, well, there's only
There's post donuts.
there's 3 options.
You can post donuts, sir. Those are holes.
Belly buttons.
Yeah. There's lots of holes. Ears,
hate
noses.
you. This is a new year, and you guys have already hit me to my fucking limit. This is so fucking stupid.
You're welcome, Corey.
Ethan made a script. Take it away, boss.
Hang on. I'm going to use made in fucking heavy quotations here.
I'm going to use script in heavy
Yeah,
quotations.
I would definitely, because I mean, I have a note here at the bottom. And it says, fill in the rest. I forgot to finish and organize the script. So this might be somewhat out of order, and you two are going to have to help me correct that.
Good luck.
And I missed a lot of things because I wrote this on notebook paper, and then I tried to type it up in about 5 minutes, and it turned into 20. So, all right. But to start out with, from season 4, we open up about 18 months later. Was that right? It's 18 months.
It is
That's not what we open on, but yeah.
No, it's not. But Hawkins is under military quarantine from the big rift X thing that happened to it in season 4, and the Upside Down is now partially merged with the real world, meaning that there's a bunch of little holes everywhere. You can apparently just go through at will.
Well, that's the thing. It kind of starts out that you have to burn it to open it.
No,
the military does.
I think that's just because they're squeamish. You can just go right through it.
Yeah, you just walk.
I mean, true.
It's got that fleshy membrane.
Yeah.
You just
It
kind of
really does.
You
Yeah.
stick your hand through it and just slide through.
They're just following protocol.
Fair.
You got to part the lips. Max is still in recovery. She's in a coma.
Recovery.
I don't think it's recovery. She's in a fucking coma.
Well, by the end, she's in recovery.
To be fair, her bones are no longer broken. So there was...
Well, yeah, she had 18 months to heal
Yeah,
just
there
laying
was
there.
some point of recovery.
And the group is learning that Vecna's still alive, even though I don't think they ever thought that he was actually dead.
Steve was trying to convince everybody he's fucking
Yeah,
dead.
that's what I'm saying. But I don't think everyone else thought it was.
They kept doing crawls to look
foolish.
for him, and Steve was just like, maybe he's dead.
Maybe he's fucking dead.
Some people thought it, but I never thought it because we had a season 5. So that really was a clear indicator.
There was a show with 8 more episodes left because we're approximately 10 minutes into the first episode at this point.
All right. Where did we start on this? Where did it open up at? I don't even remember.
It's a flashback to 83 whenever Will's first in the Upside Down. He gets captured by Vecna.
And
he violates him with his tentacle.
Yeah, we have to do a little bit of de-aging, right? That's what we always have to do.
I don't even know if that was really de-aging. I think they just got an actor that kind of looked like him because it doesn't really look that much like him.
I just think they did a bad job of squishing his face on the tiny little...
I don't even know if they squished his face.
Really?
I don't think they did. I think he was just like a young actor. They're like, yeah, you look close enough-ish.
I mean, you didn't have to see his whole face anyway because
there's only a couple of them.
And
I don't know what to call it. The monster, the tentacle was over his whole face.
Straight to jail.
Yeah. That's exactly everything I was going to say to call it was straight to jail.
This episode, this season has a lot of weird, kind of pedo shit.
Yeah.
That I'm like, this is really awkward, and I'm not really into this.
Before we carry on,
that's because you're not a pedophile. There's a reason you're not into it.
Thank you.
I would hope you're not into it. We'd have questions if you were.
Well, I'm not saying anything on behalf of James, but
you were going to say something?
I was going to say something about the Henry, whenever he comes back and he calls himself Mr. Whatsit.
Yeah.
I seen a clip of it's whenever Mike turns around and says Mr. Whatsit to one of those kids. Mm-hmm. And it goes, Mr. Whatsit. And then it cuts to Not Like Us whenever it says, I hear you like them young because he only takes the fucking kids. Yeah. I was like, I like it.
Yeah. Weird things. Military's in the Upside Down, but they're set up with an actual camp now.
A whole base.
Whole base.
Apparently, this kind of poisonous mist or whatever drifty stuff in the air is no longer poisonous.
It was never poisonous.
That's the thing. I understand where you're coming from because whenever they send Hop and Joyce in one of the earlier seasons, season 1 or 2, probably 2, I think. I'm not 100%
when they
sure.
send him in there?
Yeah.
That's 1.
That's 1? Okay, because they're looking for Will. That's right. God, what the hell?
What the hell?
When they send him in, they do put the suits on him and tell him that it's poisonous. But we see no indication throughout the entirety of the show that it has been because Nancy goes in. She doesn't have any problems in season 1.
There's those plants that are just spraying shit everywhere.
Yeah, but we don't see that it does anything to him. It makes them hallucinate or whatever. But there's no adverse side effects so far. But the military is testing for it.
Yeah.
But later on,
Robin makes mention of it that there are mandatory physicals they have to go to investigate the side effects of the floating dandruff shit, she says.
Yeah. While she's the new host of the radio show.
Yeah. The Squawk.
Yeah. I don't know. It just seems really weird. But they make mention of it later. Don't let any more of that shit in the car or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
They like to remind us, but we're they've never shown that it is ever in any way.
It's not like they're not aware
Yeah.
of the differences in opinion here.
It's
They
just
kind of
like-
play off it a little bit, so it's
just
fine.
like asbestos. We all knew it was bad, but we just didn't care.
It's bad, but only in 40 years.
Yes.
That's a fairly accurate statement for what this probably is. It's bad for you, but not
right now.
Not for a while.
Hey, you're
This will
good.
only be the second time Hop's been infected with a chemical that makes him slightly more cancerous. Probably.
Poor Hop.
Good thing he's done having children after this.
I kind of already mentioned this note, but everyone's just going in and out of the Upside Down like it's fucking nothing now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. There's a giant fucking doorway the size of a building.
Well, it's not just one either. There's a whole bunch of them that are around.
Yeah, that's the one they use, though.
That's the one they
That's
use.
the one the military and everybody uses.
Well, it's because it's conveniently placed on the wall and looks
Well,
like a
because they
doorway.
put the plates over the
They
rest of
plated
them.
up the rest of it.
Yeah, that's fair.
We do use them later, but...
Yeah, but we don't use them until we get 11 back.
Yeah, well, she's here. They just don't use them because it's...
My next note, I may be missing some things. But my next note was stupid 11 training montage.
No, I think that's about right. It goes like
It's
into
like
Robin.
right there in
Robin
first-
has
Well,
like
you
her whole
skipped one.
introduction with the squawk and stuff, and that leads into
It's because it comes after that.
her weird training thing, which just looks like it's in half speed.
Yeah,
I'm just assuming it's because Millie Bobby Brown's not an athlete and
Yeah, it
cannot
was
do
like-
anything athletic.
Has anybody seen the clips of her fucking it up?
No, I bet that'd be funny though.
There's bloopers of her like fucking up doing stuff, and there's one where she like rolls and she hits her head on a fucking like beam or something.
Oh, I'd watch that.
Yeah.
Dumb bit.
She just doesn't seem like a very
I
coordinated
think
person.
she's the one that posted it, to be 100% honest.
I mean, like I said, it's probably funny. It's like I would have if I was them. I would have like just like tweaked the speed up, just like put it in.
Yeah.
make it look like she's athletic.
Yeah.
I knew in the first episode that I wasn't going to like this because of this note where I put characters are not acting like themselves.
Is this in reference to Dustin?
No, this is
Murray.
mostly. I can understand Dustin because he had the change after
Sure.
Eddie passed away. I understand he's trying to be the new edgelord. I get it.
I think it's more that he's depressed over losing
But-
Eddie.
But Murray is acting like a damn clown this season. Like the whole thing.
I would say it's less that he's not acting like himself. It's that they've reduced him to this like Flandersation.
Yes.
Where he does like the one thing that like people liked, like he was funny. So like they reduced him to this singular role.
But it makes him less funny by doing that because he's no
Absolutely.
longer playing the wise old hermit vibe anymore.
Yeah. He's just the guy who brings shit and says funny jokes.
I would say that happened in season 4 though.
I would say yes. I would
Yeah,
say
because he
the-
was there a lot more. In
Well, it's not
season
that he
4.
was there to be funny.
when he's
Yeah.
doing the karate
Yeah.
and he's talking in
Although
Russian
that
to
was
the
really
guy.
funny.
That felt more like Murray. I think this is just slowly condensing
Yeah, it is.
into
It is
what he
literally that's all it
becomes in
does.
this season.
Yeah.
And I think it makes the character seem more paper thin.
Yeah, it makes him more two-dimensional for sure.
Yeah, and it's a sad thing because Murray was one of my favorite characters because he was funny, he was sarcastic, he was a nihilist type of vibe, and it just was funny before. But now it doesn't feel that way. Okay,
Now he's just here to make one-liners and
Yeah.
smuggle things.
they just kind of
Essentially.
and then I think it was this first episode. They kind of just slip in the new best character in the show though, which is dipshit.
It's
Derek.
not really. It's the start of the second episode, I believe.
Is
I think
it?
you see.
No, you see him in episode
I know,
1.
but I
I think
don't
he's
think
being
they,
mean to Holly.
He is, but they don't. I guess if you count that as slipping him in, because you just see him kind of in passing.
Well, they kind of just slowly introduce him,
Yeah.
until he's
Part of the gang.
a part of the gang now.
Steve's second child
Yeah,
Second, bro, that's his 7th.
really only counting Dustin.
No, they're all his kids.
Nah, Dustin's the main one.
and then
Dustin's the favorite. That's for sure.
There you go. He's definitely the favorite.
and then back to the characters not acting like themselves. Joyce is somehow okay with Hop using L like this now.
Which is weird because, like,
And she
fuck that with Will.
Right.
Will
No.
can't do a fucking thing.
Until later on in the
just,
show.
I assume it's just like, that's not my kid. I don't fucking care.
apparently, you're a piece of shit if it's
To be
not
to be
involving
fair,
your.
She also doesn't care if Jonathan does
No,
all this crazy-
absolutely.
It's only
She can-
Will.
it's
Yeah,
like,
it's only Will.
somebody made a comment that I seen that was like, Joyce has 2 sons? What? Because it's just like, fuck you, Jonathan.
Yeah.
It's just like a pet rat that lives in the corner with a camera. It feels very odd that Joyce is acting like this now, and she's just not having a problem with people putting themselves in danger now. She's acting like, I don't know if she's settled into the role.
I wonder if that's like more Hop's influence of like,
maybe.
Like, just don't be so square.
But
the kids.
But
have
in
some
previous
action.
seasons, even up through season 4, she's like, you can't put yourself in danger just because there's something to do.
Yeah.
You know, that's not right. You know, because there's other people that can do things too. I can do them, and then she's just sitting back and watching everyone go put themselves in danger.
Well, I think it's also because Elle's the strongest character on the good side.
That's the thing.
She's like, she can protect herself, so it's like, okay, whatever.
Because did Joyce see her kill anybody? Elle? I don't know if that's the thing. Like, I know she knows that, but I don't know if she's ever witnessed it. That's my kind of main thing. Is like, has she witnessed the powers being used?
No,
because that would be more of a like, oh, well, they can protect themselves.
Where was she at in season 3? They were with. I don't remember. They were down there. Yeah, so probably not. I was trying to think of where she was at in season 3.
I think the only thing she's ever seen was the demo dogs. That might be the only thing she's ever seen her actually kill.
Maybe.
I don't know, because they were split up for most of that season. They haven't really interacted much outside of season 4. A whole lot. Like,
no.
And 1 and 4.
It would have been in Joyce's house, the first house, where the demo dogs came in the door and then it got pulled out the window.
When she saves them, yeah.
Yeah, when she saves them, when the demo dogs are coming in and she kills the demo dogs at
Deuce X11.
Yeah.
It's...
And then, her in her edgy getup comes walking in the door.
Okay, yeah. That's probably the only thing she's actually seen her use her powers on, though. Yeah.
Yeah. It's safe to say that 11's powers are fairly inconsistent through the whole show.
Fair.
Yeah, they're whatever they need them to be.
The only thing that is consistent is as long as she's screaming, she's a lot more powerful.
That's true for everybody.
Yeah. I mean, you got to scream.
Yeah, I do that.
That goes back to Dragon Ball.
I do that into a pillow.
The longer and harder you scream, the more power you have.
After I get home from work, I just do that into a pillow at home. I feel a lot more powerful. And so I'm crying to myself.
Feel a lot better too, don't you?
I noticed something weird about this. Is they have the big radio tower. Yeah. Why aren't they using it because it has a wider range and more power to either receive signal from people's radios in the Upside Down or broadcast to them? Because apparently
that's what they're doing.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
I think they're still using the walkies whenever
they're still using the walkies. So why would they have to triangulate them?
Because they have to find it. Like, you have to find the signal. But they're using the signal to broadcast from the radio tower.
Okay, if they're broadcasting to the Upside Down, why do they get teacher what's his face to come in later on in the show and triangulate the position of Dustin? So just so that they could find him?
Yes.
Or because they didn't know where he was.
Yeah.
At that point, they just knew he was in the Upside Down.
Then why didn't they just try to talk to him over the radio?
Because the signal doesn't reach. They have to they have to find the signal on both sides. Oh, shit.
When they did try, and at that point, Dustin and Steve had broken the walkie.
Yeah, they broke their walkie anyway, so it was already kind of like on the fritz.
Okay, and then why? Okay, then if that's the case, then why didn't the military take over that to broadcast down to the other tower?
That's a great question.
Because it's always going to stay in the same spot.
There are some problems with what the military has done with their takeover, where I'm like, there's no way they would have let that happen.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
oh, you mean how Hop just hops in the back of a fucking military caravan every time he wants to go in there?
Why is the highest vantage point in the town not under military control?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why can they just go into that church bell tower and see into their base?
It doesn't even look like it's that far either. Like, it doesn't look like it's that far away from the military. Is not a big town. It's like,
because when they're looking out of it, they're looking down at the camp.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, a person just looking around will spot them if they're doing well enough.
But I figured
why do they let the people have access to the radio for the radio station anyway?
Yeah, that's a better question.
It just doesn't make any sense.
I mean, if we're going like full military coup takeover, there's no way they would let people have free access.
No,
they'd have
especially if they're limiting information and travel in and out of the exclusion zone. I mean, and then back to the military. It's like, how are the military not listening to all the radio channels around Hawkins?
That's also true. Like
they were in the first season.
Yeah. Then that was just Brenner's group.
Well, obviously, Brenner is smarter than fucking Dr. K.
That's obvious.
Yeah.
That's obvious. She's a dumb bitch. All right. And then Holly gets in trouble, right? Wait, Holly gets in trouble, and because creepy pedo man, Henry, is trying to, Mr. Whatsit is wanting to bring her in, so sends a Demogorgon after her.
Oh, I thought you were saying. Okay, I thought it was just at the school. But yeah, okay.
Well, okay, at the school. It starts out at the school.
You phrased it, I was like, she got in trouble at school for talking to her imaginary friend.
She did, and then she becomes more friends with what's his name,
Mr. Whatsit.
Mr. Whatsit,
Vecna?
which we don't know is Henry at the moment.
No.
We
I don't think
we all knew, but we don't know in quotation marks.
On a
She
technicality.
calls him Henry, doesn't she?
No.
What is Holly? She calls him Mr. Whatsit?
Mr. Whatsit.
Okay, well, not everybody called him Mr. Whatsit. That's why.
Until you find out it's him literally in the next episode when he talks to Derek.
Yeah, that's.
And you go, oh, it's him.
Yeah.
Duh. And then they go, it's Henry. We're like, yeah, we fucking knew that already.
Yeah.
But then
obviously.
Holly gets to is like he wants to abduct Holly.
Yeah.
So he invades her house with a Demogorgon from the ceiling. And she runs to her mom. Who I labeled here as shitty, cheating mother Sharon Wheeler.
Not Sharon, Karen.
Whatever her name is. It doesn't matter.
The Karen part I think is important.
Mrs. as in married Wheeler.
Yes.
First of all, we got the Walk 'em Down Willers here. I don't know if you've seen that on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody has been calling them the Walk 'em Down Willers because
I'm going to be honest, there's only one of them that's actually walking them down and killing people.
Yeah, it's Nancy.
It's
fucking Rambo.
Yeah.
It's true. But certainly not Mike.
No.
No.
Although
the most
every single
useless.
one of them has a moment where they fight this season.
Yeah.
But, Ted's out there just practicing lining up the swing whenever he hears that shit go on. Comes in and gets his ass kicked. And then we don't see him until...
The finale.
Yeah.
He's like one of my favorite characters in this.
Yeah, but
Because he's a piece of shit?
He should have died. He should have died.
He should have died.
He should have died.
He should have died.
Like they were hyping up the most gruesome death scene, which I'm assuming we'll get to later, is the guy who gets stabbed through the face.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's it. They never actually confirmed or
It
denied
has
that.
to be. It's the most gruesome.
But the Demogorgon should like taken off his head.
Yes,
or something.
it should.
yeah.
Like when he could walk through it, it should have went like and like chopped his head off and be like, oh no.
He tried to fight. I'll give Mr. Wheeler props. He tried to fight.
Hit him with that 9-iron.
With the weakest golf club swing. Like, it's a fucking golf club. Just beat the shit out of him. Bend that golf club around its head.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just
It's not going to do you any good.
but
at least fucking try.
Bullets don't fucking hurt these things. Now the golf club will.
But Miss Wheeler actually tries to stand up, and she does a pretty good job for a half a second.
It's fucking weird.
The way they end that episode.
It's weird.
I thought she was dead.
Well,
She also should have died.
They end that episode with her stabbing the fucking thing. And then I think it goes to the next one where it starts with her stabbing it. I could be... There's
I
a,
don't think
like,
right.
But
something skips to where you, like...
We don't see what happens to her until
Yes.
later, but
That's why I thought it was the end of the episode.
It cuts to Nancy and Elle coming in. She's like on the ground, like
Yeah.
Well, we get a little redemption for the cheating bitch, or the intention she wanted to cheat.
yeah.
Anyway, and she tries to protect Holly. Doesn't matter in the end because Holly gets abducted.
Yeah, because it's a fucking Demogorgon.
But it's not technically to the Upside Down.
Yeah.
It's to a strange but kind of cheap Alice in Wonderland feel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was like,
Because
Yeah.
she goes straight to the
yeah.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inside Vecna's mind.
And he starts being real creepy about family things.
And should go straight to jail.
Yeah. And then we just ignore that for a little bit and go to more stupid military leaders doing stupid
I don't
stuff.
think we ignore it enough.
I agree.
I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of the season I feel like we could have just not been there and been like, okay, it's fine.
And then we go to Hop and Elle in the Upside Down because, I mean, there's some weird, I don't even remember exactly what happened, but there's some weird thing where Elle actually ends up in
She
the
chases
Upside Down.
the Demogorgon
That's
and
right.
Holly through the portal that's in the
That's
front
right.
door.
That's right.
Because Nancy's got a hold of her mom and Elle's looking
Yeah,
at her and
tell
she's
her
like, go!
Go, 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 go.
And then so they're in the Upside Down, and they get accidentally found out that the military finds them there, and they use their new
Upside. It's not they accidentally find out. They call the ambulance.
Oh, that's right.
And the military's like, wait, what happened?
Yeah.
And they go there and investigate. Like,
And then they start looking at cameras, and then they see that
Well,
11.
they find they
That's
don't
right.
start looking at cameras.
Well,
they
that's-
find the jacket.
They find the jacket,
and he's like,
then-
"There's 2 jackets, 2 girls' jackets. Why would there be? It's got to be her.
not
Don't
like
look-
any fucking other person lives in this house.
Couldn't have been Holly's jacket. Couldn't. I was like, there's a leap. There are some leaps here that the military people make that I'm like, I get you want to get here, but there are some leaps you're making to get there that don't make any logical sense. Like they would not jump to that conclusion immediately.
But they end up in the Upside Down, and the military find them, and Hop's not fucking around. He straight up murks like
4 of them, 3
a
of them.
squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 or 4 of them. However many it was.
Yeah.
I think it's 3 because then L kills one.
Yeah.
But
then knocks out
I
the
mean,
Bakers.
he's like straight up killing them.
Yeah, this is not nothing new. He's like they are like straight up. It makes no sense. This is
Well, I get the Russians, right? They're Russians.
Get the rush.
I understand that.
those red bastards.
Okay, but this is the U.S.
Commie pieces of shit.
This is the U.S. military.
Yeah, which makes the end of the season even more like what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They killed a lot of U.S.
At
military.
least-
Oh,
At
a lot of
least-
people.
He kills at least 10.
At least,
At least, yeah.
and that's
L,
only.
L probably kills another 3 or 4.
Let alone these.
Nancy kills
these
like
guys.
4 or 5.
I mean, they're also heavily damaging military equipment. I mean, there's so many things that you could bring up Hop on this.
Yeah.
He should be executed by the end of this. I mean,
We'll get
Was
there. We'll get
the
there.
late
What should have
80s.
happened to all these people? But
I mean, I'm glad that he's not.
Yes.
I'm just saying, like,
logically, it makes no sense.
logically, there's nothing. No, he should not be. He should leastways not be made the sheriff again.
They just fucking let him. They're like, yep, you know what? Chief of police. Go for it.
Yep. You're good. You have experience in the job.
I'm afraid you're going to murder me if I don't let you be chief of police. So therefore, here's your badge.
But anyway, they beat the military a little bit here, and then they go off to find the military's camp in the Upside Down, and L does the stupid jump thing. So I'm going to jump,
Yeah.
and
Timing it
I
with
wrote
thunder.
here, I'm going to jump now. Super important jump, very good, big leap. I hate Millie Bobby Brown.
No. That's not what you wrote. Read what you wrote.
I don't know what
I hate Millie Bobby Seabiscuit Brown.
Seabiscuit.
She looks like a horse.
She looks like a horse.
I only noticed it later. I don't remember. I didn't pay attention to first.
The first like 4 episodes that they put out, I didn't notice it.
Yeah.
The last 4,
Yeah.
I did.
She went and got some lip filler, and it was like very obvious.
Yes.
It's almost always.
And then it
obvious.
looks like she's mewing half
No,
the fucking.
no, it was like she got it that day, Ethan. Like it was like fresh. Like she went and got it that morning, and then went and shot. Yeah, her top lip sticking out like this.
There was I seen a meme about her doing the one eyebrow raise, and
She couldn't.
No, she could, but I thought like it was a scene from Stranger Things, and I thought somebody was making fun of it and like added even more lip filler and raised her eyebrow. No, that's a real fucking thing. There's a scene in there where
just assumed she
she like
couldn't.
looks and and just one eyebrow goes up. I'm like, what the actual fuck?
You're right though. She is like mewing like the whole time.
The whole time.
Yeah.
Every time you look at her, her mouth's closed.
But for somebody who, is not really only just barely marginally better at acting than Kristen Stewart, she doesn't need help not showing emotion. But now we're gonna fill her face with more chemicals to even prevent that even further. I just don't like Millie Bobby Brown. She's not a good actress. She's not.
It's just
entertaining.
I feel like
I watched her on Enola Holmes. It wasn't
Yeah,
good either.
no.
And it's because of her.
I'm saying the point to watching Enola Holmes is for Henry Cavill.
Yeah, it is. But even he can't save that shit.
No,
Because it sucks bad.
there are several cases I feel like on the show where we had child actors who have not aged gracefully in their abilities.
Yeah.
Where I'm like,
That's the problem.
they all can't be hits though.
I've seen several people compare that to like Harry Potter. Like, sometimes you luck out and most of them are decent.
And I'm gonna be honest.
A lot of
they
them
didn't
are not
luck
good.
out. Most like Dan Radcliffe's not a good actor in the beginning. He ages into a better actor.
Yeah.
They lucked out. Rupert Grint was a great actor.
Yeah.
And whoever played Neville Longbottom, I can't remember his name.
Oh fuck.
He turned out to be a pretty good actor. And there's several other side characters in Harry Potter that were really good actors. There's only like 2 of the kids that were like from the.
Are you talking about the original kids?
Three from the original set of kids from season 1 and 2. I'll say season 1 and 2, who were good actors from this.
Are you good? Let me guess.
Yeah.
Dustin, Lucas, and Max.
I was going to say Max, Lucas, and Nancy.
She's not a kid though. She was
a kid in the first season.
sure.
She was like, how old in the first season?
20.
20?
Yeah.
Not the first season.
Yeah.
The actress was. I'm talking about the character. Yeah.
16.
Oh, she's like, she's 16 in that.
Do you remember she's a sophomore or junior?
I think she's sophomore because I think they had 2 more years before they graduated.
No.
Because they would have graduated the same year Eddie did.
She would have, yes.
And Jonathan.
I was talking about the kids
Yes.
in the show. I was talking about the kids in the show, not like kid actors.
Not actual kids.
Yeah.
Maybe.
She's a good actress, but if I'm going to talk about just the actual kid actors, I would say Max and Lucas and I guess I'll say Dustin, but just because he's more entertaining. But the others just aren't. And
They have
some of them like. I'm not a real looker here, but I understand that. But you expect out of actors a little bit more of a polished look. And there's like Mike, it doesn't look like an actor. He looks like a kid working at Subway.
Yeah. Isn't that what we more want though? Is like they look
in this
normal.
particular situation, yes, because they're supposed to still be kids. Like it still took them 18 months to graduate, right? Was that not the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Millie Bobby Brown does look like a horse, but that's because of her own actions.
Exactly. Like you
That's
can't
true.
help what the person
Yeah.
does out. Like
Yeah.
you can't help that it took 10 years to film this.
Yeah.
I mean, you could a little bit if you didn't fuck around for some of it.
Well, there's also 2 things that did fuck them over.
Yeah, the writer's strike.
COVID and writer's
Yeah,
strike did
fair.
fuck them over twice.
Fair. But at the same time, like I'm more okay with Mike looking like a child
Yeah.
or teenager.
I would say you
in
mean
this.
like a normal kid.
Yes.
He
Than to
looks
look
better
like
in
a
this.
full-grown adult.
He looks more like a real person instead of a weird caricature that
Yeah.
he did the past few seasons,
Oh,
which I
yeah.
guess makes sense because as people are growing through their teens, they have weird stages. I guess.
I just
But-
wish we would have got the orange mohawk.
Yeah.
I think that'd been way funnier than him having his stupid ass hair in season 4.
Yeah.
that was awful.
Yeah.
that was really bad.
He hated that. He really did. I just seen an interview with him. Like they were asking him, like, "What was your favorite hair,
It's
like
probably 5.
hairstyle?" And he was like 5 because
Yeah.
it's most like my actual hair.
It's not most like it is his actual hair.
Well, that he meant like most like how he actually
Yes.
wears his hair.
But the long hair was so dumb.
It was weird.
Oh, it looked really.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like kids wouldn't even let that happen. Like they'd bully him into cutting his hair. He'd be cutting his own hair if he couldn't get a barber on time. All right, moving on. Max is awake, but in Henry's mind, we find this out because Holly is
Holly is a curious kid who doesn't listen to what she was told.
a Wheeler.
yeah. I mean,
Yes. We don't listen to authority figures in this family, god damn it.
fair. I mean, especially because the authority figure in that family is nobody. It's fucking Nancy.
It's Nancy. It's Nancy. Because the dad just wants to eat his food and go sit in his lazy boy.
he doesn't say a word to them.
I get it.
Like,
No, there's
I understand.
a very funny line where Holly's like eavesdropping on her parents, and Karen goes, "Yeah, Ted, do you even know how old your daughter is?" Which
that's
is also
funny.
is also like a subtle tongue-in-cheek joke because they aged Holly's actress up.
yes,
Yeah.
Several
because
years.
if you go to season 1, she's in a high chair being
You ain't
fed.
even got to go that far back, sir. You can go to season 4,
Well,
which is 18 months earlier, and she is a 4-year-old child.
She aged 10 years in 5.
Yeah.
She's in the time chamber.
She just spent 2 days in there.
Yeah, she just aged up.
But I mean, that's fairly accurate for the actual time frame that the show actually took to film and put out.
Here's the thing. I think I know why they do that is because of the final scene taking place 18 months after the end of the show. They needed someone who looked 12 to 13-ish.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And then they just were like, yeah, but it didn't work as well. But it's kind of like, all right, whatever. This used to happen way more on TV before we did streaming. They would just randomly age kids up, make them disappear, whatever.
I always enjoyed that.
Yes.
I was like, where'd they go? I don't care. But Max basically tries to save Holly from getting trapped in the Henry verse.
Oh, she's too late. She's already there.
Well, but I mean, like trapped
being
in
stuck.
Yes.
and like being manipulated by Henry into believing what he's saying.
Yeah.
So she enlightens her to the truth of Henry.
Yeah.
And takes her back to her cave,
Yeah.
which
Straight to
Henry finds them at and is too scared to go
Yes.
into, which makes no goddamn sense
It's too traumatic. It has
because it's his own mind.
Yes, he can't go there. He's repressed the memory. That's what we find out. He has repressed the memory.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it makes sense. I'm just saying that's what happened.
It makes no goddamn sense. That's what my note says. It makes no damn sense.
It's obviously there for eventually in the finale for him to be like, I'm gonna go in there,
But
and they think they're safe. Ha ha ha.
But his plan is to now abduct more kids.
11 more.
Believe it or not, straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
I'm gonna be honest. There's this point at the end of episode 7 when they're doing the ritual. I'm like, if a parent walked in on this at the wrong point, they would believe this show is a satanic show about abducting children, and I'd be like, yeah, I can't really.
You know what? That's what's happening.
I can't fault you really.
Can't really tell you you're wrong at this point.
You've forgotten the, or maybe you've gotten to. I don't know.
Oh, what
Where
part?
the Nancy, Steve, and Jonathan and Dustin have driven into the Upside Down in the Beamer.
Because they were trying to find Hop, right?
Yeah, they were tracking the Demogorgon.
That's right. It was the
we haven't got there
Demogorgon.
yet.
It's at the barn.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, we haven't got, they're setting up the whole Derek situation where they figure out Derek's the next kid.
Several fucked up things happen in that episode.
Yes.
Okay, so they drug the family.
Well, Erica is fucking crazy. Like,
Yes.
she's
Yeah.
a psychopath.
She's great. Yeah.
But she just straight up fucking.
She's great.
Like, it's like I'm watching American Psycho. She just, like, takes the fucking syringe out and's like, night-night, bitch. Fucking stabs her straight in the neck, which would have killed her. Straight in the neck.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I should have had the pie.
Should have had the pie. You dumb bitch.
Anyway, they drug the family,
Yes.
tie them up, and
Yeah.
leave them in the barn.
Yeah, they take him to the
For
barn.
an
to the barn.
undisclosed amount of time.
Okay,
It's a couple
we'll get to
hours.
that in a second.
No.
No, I mean before they wake up.
I know
Yeah.
that. I'm just
Or he
saying.
wakes up, I guess.
As far
Because
as we
it's-
know, they're still in the fucking barn.
They're
This is
fine.
dipshit Derek's family.
Yes.
Right? Because they find out that
Turnbows.
we found out that Derek is the next target
Yes.
for Henry
Yeah.
to abduct.
Yep.
And
They have this brilliant idea. They're gonna
they're going to use him as bait.
They're gonna use it as bait and shoot a tracker into the Demogorgon and follow it
Yes.
follow it through the Upside Down, tracking it to find out where
Holly.
the kids are. Yes,
Yeah,
But-
I was
to find
Der-
Holly. They haven't. He
Yeah,
has
well-
not taken any other kids, just Holly at this
But
point.
just Holly. Yeah,
Derek wakes up,
Yeah,
and
'cause
because there's no amount of pie that can keep him down.
Well, I mean, he is a large kid. It does
That's
make
what-
sense that
immediately I was
it
like,
would take more.
you should have just drugged him more.
Yeah. And then and they're telling Derek about what's going on,
Yep.
and he doesn't believe them. And then the Demogorgon shows up,
Well, the Demogorgon show up because Derek's awake and he can see where they're at.
and now they're tracking the Demogorgon because they've already shot it with the tracker.
Correct.
And
correct.
so Nancy and crew
Yeah.
are following the Demogorgon to the barn
Yep.
where they're waiting for the Demogorgon to show up, and it's Joyce and
Will and Mike.
Will, Mike,
Erica.
and Robin,
and Robin.
Robin,
yeah.
and then obviously the Turnbows.
And then
Tied up.
Derek wakes up, right?
Yeah.
So and then
I think at that point Derek was untied.
yeah, they
They
untied
untied him.
Yeah.
and not Holly. Who was it? Was telling him about it and convincing him about it.
Is that Erica and Robin?
I think it was Erica.
I think it's Robin.
No, it was Robin. You're right. It was Robin that was convincing him about it. Anyway, the Demogorgon busts through the door, and Joyce stands up to it and beats the shit out of it. And then they hit it with the car or something.
Yeah,
and then
it runs out.
Yeah.
I forget why. It runs out of the barn, and that's when they sideswipe it and fucking knock it out.
Yeah.
Knock it out and then hit it.
Then they sideswipe it, and then it runs off into a silo because it rips open a new portal.
A new door.
Yeah. And Steve
Gets
the wild idea that, we can keep trekking it.
It's like a bopper. Yeah. It's crunchy on the outside and gooey on the inside. It's a real line that was said in that show.
It was the way you figured it out, too.
He's like, wait a minute. It's like a bopper. It's like a bopper. It's crunchy on the outside.
And so he drives the car through the portal.
Yeah. Only with Nancy's permission, which is why she's the boss. He didn't go until Nancy said do it. The other two are like, no. And he's just like looking at Nancy. He's like, come on now. Come on.
And they make it through. They make it through into the upside down in their car.
They only lose a mirror.
But they take it's Nancy and Steve, Jonathan and Dustin.
Yeah.
Because Dustin was the one, because they put
operating the
telemetry tracker. Yeah. And what's next?
Well, they crash into the wall.
Yeah.
They're arguing and crash into the wall.
Yeah. And they crash into the wall, and they get out and wander off.
Well, they don't even wander off. They go into the church that they crash next to. Like, literally, it's like 5 feet away.
Yeah. Boy, then that's like episode 4. That's a lot.
Nope, that's episode 3.
3. Yep. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot of shit that just happens. Just thrown at you.
And we find out that, I think it's either at the end of this episode or the beginning of the next one, that the person that they're holding in the military camp, which we didn't really know much about.
That's 4.
That's what I'm saying. It's in the next episode. Is Kali, the unwanted sibling,
number 8,
number 8, from Brenner's experiments.
Yeah.
And we find out that it's her, the sister, because she's the only other one left alive outside of Henry and
11.
Elle and her. And so there's the only 3 left alive. And nobody wanted her to return. And apparently the eyeshadow is a tattoo because it never leaves her face.
There's one thing about this. Hop doesn't trust this bitch from the start.
That's wise.
I don't trust this bitch. If Hop doesn't like her, I don't like her. Should have put her down.
In a way, you did.
True. Everybody, I did see several things of like whenever she gets shot later on.
I don't even know that she got shot.
It's true. But whenever she gets quote unquote shot, Elle goes, go get the bandages. And people are like, Hop looking for the bandages. Is him just fucking dancing outside the room because he's so happy that bitch is dying.
And so in the rest of episode 4, most of the rest of the episode 4 is a lot of garbage conversation between characters that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Because it does make sense to me, but it's just boring. And then you get to the very end, and isn't that when all the kids are abducted?
No. Oh, yes. Yeah,
at the very end of episode 4.
They're at the military, and then that's when, because at the very end of 4, they're at the military base trying to get the kids out. The Demogorgons show up and start taking the kids anyway.
Second half of episode 4 is when they start making the plan to get the kids out.
Yeah.
Because
start executing the plan.
They start.
No, I think that's when they figured out that they're
because the plan doesn't take very long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like maybe 5 or 10 minutes of the and then
of using the tunnels to get underneath and using Derek and
and then it's the rest of the time is Vecna attacking the military people. Yeah.
I'll be honest, it's not a great plan by the military.
But anyway,
gather all they're going to get you're just gathering all of the people he wants to take in one place.
Yeah, but the bad thing is they didn't even know that he wanted to take them.
Well, they think Elle wants to take them, which is still not a good idea.
Yeah, just to put them all in the same place.
It's never a good idea to gather all of your strategic resources in one area. You want to split them up.
Yeah. Yes. But their plan is to is like 3-part, 2-part, and it's to create a distraction
they didn't really create distraction, really. I guess Derek is technically the distraction with his visualization
So
shit.
Derek gets himself caught.
Yeah. Well, he's just like, hey, my whole class didn't show up to school.
So they just like pick him up and throw him in the camp style, like the summer camp style bunk room with the rest of the kids.
What it was.
Yeah.
That's somehow in the middle of town, but it looks like it's been there for the last 40 years.
Well, it's just barrack. They just built it.
Yeah, I know, but it looks like it's been there a while. Doesn't make any sense. But anyway, there's part of the tunnels that go throughout Hawkins goes underneath it, and they decide that they're going to go and sneak all the kids out, and Derek's going to get them all to get together and go with all the kids to go with the because it's not all the kids there aren't the ones that
it's only
Henry wants. It's just
only
a few
the
of
ones
them.
that have
They
seen
say there's
Mr.
like
Whatsit, Henry.
70 something kids that fit the age range. They gather them up. There's only like, I guess, 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they take them through the tunnels, and most of them get out.
Yeah, like 3 of them get all the way out, and Lucas has another 2 in the middle of the tunnels.
Yeah,
And then
but they lead them in different directions.
I think they were all going to the truck.
Yeah,
but
they were all going to the
Lucas,
truck because Murray was going to get them outside of the wall.
those are the 2 that, like, when they're getting broke in, they, like, Joyce told him to take them and go.
Yeah.
And then there was like 2 or 3 more that were up in the bathroom with them.
That hadn't made it down yet.
And then, so some of them escape to the truck.
Yep.
Some of them get left in the tunnels.
Yep.
And a couple of them get caught
yeah.
by the military who don't want them to leave. No. And then Vecna starts sending Demogorgons after them. And each group has like 3 or 4 Demogorgons after them. And then he starts sending them to attack the military too. And the military get wrecked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where we see the most gruesome death of the season. No, not yet.
It's later.
Vecna does
that. Yeah, Vecna does that.
I was glad he died.
That wasn't him.
Which one?
The one that gets stabbed in the face?
Yeah.
That wasn't anybody. That was a
was
no.
just
Oh,
a
I'm
military
talking
guy.
about the black guy.
He doesn't even die.
Military.
Yeah, he
general.
doesn't.
He doesn't even die.
I thought he died.
No, he's in the.
You see him later.
Yeah,
Dr.
he's-
K talks to him.
He's just like severely burned.
Yeah.
And we find out that Will has superpowers too.
Which we kind of had an idea of before because they use that. He looks through the eyes of the Demogorgon
Yeah.
beforehand, right?
Well,
Yes.
we knew he had a connection, and since they make a lot of references to D&D, and then the name of the episode was Sorcerer,
Yeah.
it was
Mike
pretty obvious.
spends half the fucking season calling Will a sorcerer.
Well, it's after this.
After that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he says it before. He
He
does
say
he
he's
does
like a
say it
sorcerer
before.
because he has a connection.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I guess.
Which doesn't make a lot of sense for what sorcerers are.
But
My first thought was, it's more like a warlock.
yeah,
It's really more like a warlock. Yeah.
but that didn't exist yet. So
Fair.
That's fair because we're talking about second edition
Yeah.
at best. I mean,
Yeah.
at this point we're like 87, so it's definitely second. Well,
AD&D. Yeah. Okay. Now where are we at?
So after that, after Will uses his powers to,
save Robin and Lucas and Mike.
save those 3 people from Demogorgons.
Yep.
That's the end of the first part that comes
Yep.
out, which is episodes 1 through 4. Then we go to episode 5, and I think it starts with back in the Upside Down with Dustin and Steve.
No, it starts with Will.
It does start with Will, and then Mike. And they hug, and
Yeah. They get out
yeah, they get out
somehow.
of the military.
Yeah.
The tunnels.
Well, I mean,
obviously.
obviously they go through Radio Shack.
Well,
but
there's no more military around that are threatening.
there
them.
were. They're just fucked up.
Really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's still military around. I just don't. I guess they were in the barrack. I don't.
They were just like,
Not
run
every-
away.
Anyway, they just run out. It's
I guess-
Joyce and Mike and Will.
And that's it.
That's it. That leaves
Yeah.
from
They go find Lucas in the caves. They patch him up.
I guess we should mention that Vecna has a new look where he doesn't have the beer
Yeah,
gut
he's
anymore.
Ozempic.
Yeah.
Ozempic back
He
then.
looks
Yeah.
more like Groot.
He does look more
Yeah.
like Groot.
Evil Groot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he does.
Yeah, that's true. And then we go to Dustin and Jonathan and Nancy and the hair.
Steve.
Yeah. in
Steve the Hair.
where are they even at here? Are they in the school or are they in
the church?
They're at the church,
church,
making the plan of how to take down the wall because they think Holly's on the other side of the wall.
Yeah. They still think she's on the other side of the wall.
Okay.
And that's where Dustin is like, oh, if we find the generator, we can take it out, and that will bring the wall down.
I think that was in episode 4. He figured out that the wall, the epicenter of the wall is the lab.
Yeah.
Like that is the direct middle of it. So that must be where whatever's making the wall or containing the wall, whatever is there. So they go there.
So they go there, they climb it, and when they get towards the top, they notice that everything looks like it's been melty, like it's in a freaking Salvador Dali painting.
Yeah.
And they barely even notice it. They don't even think about it. They just like, no, that's weird, and then move on with it.
I mean, to be fair, the Upside Down is a weird place. They're probably just like, that's fucking weird, whatever. I don't know.
I mean, with all the other shit you've seen, would you not just be like,
Because the only time they stop and really ponder it at all is whenever Nancy and Jonathan wander into this hallway, and then there's a dude like halfway buried in the floor who's just
there's several
decaying.
dudes. Several
and there's
dudes.
like one in the wall.
Yeah.
And then they climb to the top, and Dustin and the Hair get into a fight, a literal physical fight.
because Steve tells Dustin
the truth.
Absolutely the truth, that Eddie dying meant nothing.
Yeah.
And that he did it to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is both true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harsh truth. But then Dustin becomes an expert in quantum physics
In like 2.5
in
seconds.
2.5 seconds.
He's reading Brenner's stuff, so
Yeah.
obviously
It's in layman terms.
he read all those journals.
Because
and
Brenner was very known for putting everything in layman terms.
Yeah. And he read all those journals that were in there, all like
did
30
say-
of them in like 15 minutes.
Dustin did say they were hard to understand, because I do remember hearing
He says that, but then seems to understand them perfectly.
I agree with that.
Because he starts talking about exotic material, exotic matter, which isn't necessarily an incorrect term.
No.
Because exotic matter was an older term for everything encompassing everything from plasma to dark matter. And
it was basically anything that's not the 3 states of matter that we know.
it's an outdated term now. It might have been okay in the 80s. I don't know. But it may have been okay in the 80s. But now it's an outdated term because we just say plasma or dark matter.
Yeah. Or the ether, which is exactly what the exotic matter looked like.
Yeah.
It looked exactly the same.
So they want to shut it down, and Nancy has the bright idea.
No, you're not supposed to shut it down. You're not supposed to touch it.
Well,
No, they don't know that. They
don't know
They
that.
want to shut
He
it
knows
down.
that. now.
I know, that's the thing, because Dustin still thinks, like, before he reads all the journals and realizes that he fucked up, they're still on the track of let's shut it down, we take down the wall.
This is when they break the radio in the fight, and they can't radio Jonathan and Nancy.
Yeah.
So Nancy just does what Nancy does and shoots it.
Yeah, absolutely. She
Okay.
shoots
Okay.
first, ask questions later.
There is a short premise to make about finding the journals in the Upside Down. The journals didn't exist in the Upside Down alone because the Upside Down is a reflection. So we can go back to Nancy trying to find the gun in her drawer.
Yeah.
Right? So that the journals are there because they were there in Hawkins' lab.
Yeah.
Yes.
When the Upside Down was created. Mm-hmm. And so it has all of his journals from when Brenner was in the lab.
Yeah.
So I would just preface because I was confused for a short moment, and then I had to pause and sit and think about it of why they're there. Because like, was Brenner in the Upside Down just studying shit?
No. Probably.
No.
There's still like a weird timeline thing because it's only at the moment the Upside Down's created, and Dustin talks about it like they have been studying the Upside Down.
Yeah.
It's a weird like timeline thing, and I'm like, that don't make
It's a
any
plot
sense.
hole
Yeah.
because
No,
we
wait.
don't give a fuck this season.
No, the Upside Down was, well, at least in the state that it's in, is created when Will is abducted,
Which
which
is
he was
83.
already studying it. Which doesn't make any sense.
He couldn't have.
He couldn't have
we
because it
later
didn't exist.
we later find out that it's a wormhole that didn't exist until 11 made it.
which was just prior to Will being abducted.
So was he studying not Dimension X? That's what online called it before we got the name.
Yeah.
The Abyss. Was he? Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe it was just theoretical stuff.
It could
that
be
he was
theoretical, but like it's
really out there for being
there
even
is
that.
that's some really on the nose theories
Yeah.
you got there, bud.
Anyway, it doesn't make a lot of sense about what happens because Nancy just ends up shooting it, even though Justin's trying to stop it.
Yeah, they never get through. Just garbled like,
and it just it just releases this burst of energy that then starts melting all the building.
All the Vecna they get stuck in the Vecna cum room.
Yeah.
What? I'm the only one that fucking thought that?
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
I seen someone say, why did they not, like, if it's melting everything, why are they not, like, getting it set on fire? And I'm like, I don't think it's necessarily melting things. It's changing their matter from solid to liquid, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it's whatever.
The one that I read said that it could have been interfering with the bonds between materials. So they were just becoming their, like,
least stable
elemental sludge.
Yeah.
So that
everything
doesn't make a lot of sense.
Because everything does turn into like this white goopy mess with no matter what color it was. It was like they take a doorknob and it turns into sludge.
Yeah.
It just turns into
No, there is a very on the nose point where they had Jonathan get the stuff dripped on him instead of Nancy.
Yeah.
Like if they would have done that, everybody would have flipped the fuck out.
Oh yeah, because that would have been
no way that would have
everywhere.
passed.
But like they woke up in it, right?
Yeah.
And then they had to lift their heads, which were like halfway buried out of it. But afterwards, it's not in their hair.
Yeah.
It's not. It isn't. And in that scene, it is. But like once they
washed it
they
out.
wash it. But
I think it would have been a lot cooler if there was an additional person up there that then got melted as well.
Let's be honest. Jonathan should have died here.
Yeah.
Yes, he should have.
In all fairness,
This should have been a Titanic moment.
Yeah.
Where he was in the sludge and when it turned
He's
solid
stuck.
and he's just stuck.
Yeah, and then we wouldn't have had another additional like shitty artsy filmmaker.
You know what else we wouldn't have had? The shitty breakup scene.
Yeah, that's my next note.
Yeah.
Is did they break up?
They very obviously broke up. That was such an obvious. If you can't figure out that's a breakup, there's something wrong with you.
The dialogue sucked.
But it's very obviously framed as a breakup.
It is.
Also, she threw out the fucking purple palm tree delight. What the fuck?
Apparently,
Jonathan
also
would not have fucking responded
Wheelers are
like that.
alcoholics.
Well, yeah.
Even though that's never been shown that Nancy's a drinker. Like outside
what?
of the one scene where she in the party, but that was it, as far as I remember.
This is the only other season where they imply it.
Yeah.
That
Nancy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Karen is mentioned to be an alcoholic because
she's a wine mom.
Well, you see it, and then at one point she's talking to Ted, and Ted goes, "Really? How many glasses is that?"
Yeah. No, not glasses. Bottles.
Yeah, he does say bottles.
It's bottles, not glasses. One more glass of wine will not fuck you up. 2 glasses of wine probably won't fuck you up, but a whole bottle that will.
Yeah, but they survive. They don't die.
Root for Vecna.
At this point, I just start rooting for Vecna.
How? No, you can't. You cannot. You're rooting for the pedo?
He's not a pedo. He seems like one, but he's not.
He captured 12 kids.
If it walks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, it's a duck.
He's a kidnapper.
He's not a kid diddler, is what he's saying, apparently. I don't know.
I don't know. Those tentacles looked awful diddly.
You gonna tell me that? That's very diddly.
I don't think so.
It's like a fucking...
I know what you're saying, but in actuality, I don't think that's what he was doing. That's not his motive.
It was like a fucking Diddy party.
Obviously. But someone along the way should have had like some sort of like talk and been like, is this the message we want to be putting out?
Yeah.
It's a little odd, a little weird.
But I do actually like the whole idea of the bridge plane between the material, I guess, which you would call it in D&D, and the abyss.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it worked out well. I think that is actually part of it that works out well if you're thinking it from a fantasy standpoint.
Yeah, it worked from like I said.
Yeah. It was very D&D-esque part of the plot that I actually liked. And I actually liked the way that they did the abyss and the way it looked. I thought it was pretty neat. It was weird. It was different than the material, and it was different than the Upside Down.
I don't know if this is actually factually true or not, but there was, whenever they get to the abyss and they see like the almost hand looking thing sticking up.
The body of the Mind Flayer.
Yeah, sure.
The fist.
That's what it was.
Apparently that's in season 1 on Mike's wall.
Probably.
I seen a clip of it, but people could fucking edit that to where it's on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready to fist the material plane, that's for sure. And then we forgot an important part. While everything's melting, Steve and Dustin have a heart-to-heart.
Yep.
No, I got it on here. Lots of pointless dialogue for like 3 episodes.
That one wasn't pointless. It kind of rounds out why Dustin has been a shithead this whole season, is because he's depressed that he lost Eddie, and he feels partially responsible for some fucking reason. Like Eddie wasn't a fucking 20-year-old who couldn't make his own fucking decisions.
But he's not handling it well by blaming others.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But he's also a child.
So. Exactly.
I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. It's just typical behavior whenever someone's
then
guilty.
I think it also causes Steve to have a little bit of a reaction of, I do put myself in some shitty situations sometimes. Yeah. I drove into the fucking upside down. And then the ladder falls immediately, which is like, yeah, you would have died, Steve.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah. And then my next note is fill in the rest. I forgot to finish. Yeah. So
we're on episode 6 now. Start currently.
I think so.
There's one whole episode where Max is trying to guide
that's 6.
Holly out.
That's escape from
through
Kansas.
all the memories.
Yeah. Yeah, because Max gets out this episode.
They have to escape from the Henry.
Oh, yeah. Whenever they set up a fucking podcast at the end. Oh, I was so fucking pissed at that. You want to talk about something that made me mad? Whenever Max and Holly both get to the end, and they're talking, and like, Max is like, "You can't get out."
It removes the sense of urgency when you sit there and talk for 10 or not. Yeah, it's like 3 minutes of dialogue.
It's way too fucking long. Because the last time she tried to leave, guess what? She fucking got stuck.
That happens in a lot of movies. Well, as far back as I can remember, that happens in a lot. Even as far back as movies I've ever watched, that happens a lot. Whenever they provide a sense of urgency, they destroy it by making people in the situation sit there and have dialogue for like 5 or 10 minutes.
Here's what I would have been fine is if Holly actually never got out, if Vecna captured her. It was dumb for her to get out
and get captured,
reveal the abyss to us in like what it looks like, and then get captured again within the next 30 seconds. I'm like, it was dumb.
Real stupid.
Well, there was no need for
there's
that.
another real stupid plot hole on this. Not plot hole. I guess, yeah, it's plot hole. Lucas just straight up kicks a Demogorgon away.
That's not a plot hole. It's just more like...
It's a hole.
How?
It's a hole.
Just have the door close?
Yeah. Make it suspenseful and have it closed.
Or have him get like smashed in the back of the elevator.
You rolled a natural crit.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
That's what happens when you film. That is what happens when you film with CGI. You're not really applying the real world physics to the stunt.
Because apparently the Demogorgon just stopped being nearly impervious.
Yeah.
From season
like,
1 or 2.
They get shot with bullets and murder 72 military people.
Well, but they're really weak to kicks.
Yeah.
They're weak to kicks. They're weak to wine bottles.
Mm-hmm.
They're weak to axes.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Resistant to golf clubs.
Resistant to golf clubs.
Yeah.
And bullets.
Fuck it.
Weak to fire, obviously.
Yeah. Well, so it's just piercing and slashing damage.
Yeah,
basically. Much. And blunt.
Yeah. Well, no, not the blunt.
They're resistant.
Well, he kicked it.
Well, he's not weak to it.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're just really bad at saving against conditions.
Also, then Karen Wheeler tries to blow up the whole fucking hospital.
Yeah. Yeah, that was...
The dumbest fucking thing.
It's also the coolest thing she's done.
I mean, it's cool, but it's fucking stupid.
Yeah. Because she put a oxygen compressor,
tank,
oxygen tank in a dryer, and just let it rattle around, which would take way longer than that to actually damage it.
That's the world's hottest dryer.
Yeah, it's got to be. Unless she just opened it a little bit and then tossed it in.
Even then,
I don't
think it'd get hot enough to ignite anything.
Yeah.
Unless it was the metal hitting the metal.
That's the only way that you would have a spark.
But they didn't show a spark.
No. All they showed was the explosion.
Yeah.
The boom.
And then Max is back and she's like, I can't see. And I can't walk.
Yeah, she had her fucking carbonite.
Yeah.
Or she's like, I can't see for a few minutes.
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah.
By the time everybody else gets there in the next episode, she can see.
Well, I mean, Robin's girlfriend actually explained that away. She's been in a coma for a while. Her muscles aren't going to work properly. Her sight's not going to work properly. It's going to come back in. after some time.
And then
The time was a few minutes.
The time was
the
by
eyes.
that time.
Yeah.
Her
by
arms and stuff still didn't work.
Yeah.
But her eyes just.
Well, that's because that was a plot point.
Yeah.
She needed to be able to. Not really. She never needed
No,
to
the
be able to-
arms.
Yes.
The
but
arms
she
and
also
muscles.
didn't ever need to be able to see.
I mean, her arms were working. She was doing all that fucking homework so she could graduate on time
That's after.
while she was in the coma.
I think they just let her pass.
They were like,
They're just like, we
eh,
feel sorry for you.
you went through some shit.
You can just pass.
It's the 80s. Honorary.
Yeah. They make Steve a teacher with no degree. What are you talking about? No.
I mean, yeah, fair.
They make him a teacher with
True.
no degree.
True.
He's teaching probably gym and
Sex
sex
ed.
ed.
Yeah.
That requires like a high school diploma.
Are we sure he got that?
I'm going to be honest.
No,
I don't know
we're not.
that he's teaching gym because they
No,
only
he
say
just
that
says
he's
he's
a
a
coach
coach.
and teaches sex ed.
And it appears the only thing he coaches is
Baseball.
middle school baseball.
Well, yeah.
That's the only thing that they show anyway.
Yeah.
He had to coach his son.
His second son.
Yeah.
I don't know. Usually small schools like this don't use additional coaches. They hire a coach that will also teach gym.
Yeah.
And then if they need different coaches, they hire them out of the staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is usually what they do. They just don't. They don't hire. This isn't
Just a coach.
This isn't an inner city school.
Yeah, but it's Steve the Hair Harrington. He's a legend
He is a legend, apparently.
For what?
For
being a piece of shit.
for
throughout.
being a poon hound.
That's why he got the sex ed job.
In that sailor outfit? Yeah, he was
Yeah.
really getting a lot there.
Look, apparently in season 4 and season 5, he's been slaying. Apparently, because he's went through at least 9 girls. They
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, back to the show.
Are we on
Episode 7, because episode 6.
that bled into episode 7.
Yeah.
Okay. So we were talking about them escaping from the
Amazons.
Henryverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go into the weird red area with all the little pinnacles and stuff.
Yeah,
And
where it looks
Vecna's-
like shit this
Vecna's
season.
like
Mind?
Vecna's
that's
lair
what they, that's
or
what they
whatever.
called it, but I don't
Yeah.
know what exactly it is.
And they see the portal to
we talked
the
about-
hospital where
Yeah, we talked about this.
no, but I wanted to get to something.
Okay, you have a point.
And
okay,
but
sure.
they can see through the portal
Yeah.
and see that it is the hospital.
Yeah.
And so Max leaves her there and says, "Find your way out." And then
That one was fucked up. Like Holly had
Yeah.
a look of betrayal on her face that
Yeah.
was kind of funny. She was like,
Yeah.
"What?
Understandable.
What?
Yeah.
What? I'm on my own?"
Understandable because Max did kind of spend the majority of the time being like, we can find our way out.
Yeah.
she
She definitely led Holly to believe like we're going to leave together, not
Yeah.
separately.
Definitely.
and then Max goes and leaves her there and goes through her portal, and Holly's just standing there like you know doing the whole like you feel good and have good memories
Yeah.
and you'll be able to make it out. And the portal shows up and you can see through it.
Yeah.
It is not home.
Yeah.
It is clearly
Yeah.
not home.
Yeah.
It's a terrible, terrible place with like weird bone spikes coming up out of the
To be
ground.
fair, Max does say, "I don't know where you are." She assumes she's in the upside down. Go. She tells her to go to her
Yeah,
house.
she does tell her. And Holly's never
But
seen the
Holly
upside
would-
down,
yeah.
realistically.
Well,
She might have seen it as the Demogorgon was
technically,
going through.
she probably would, unless he can get there not
Straight
through the
to-
wormhole, which would defeat the purpose of the wormhole.
Yes.
She should have seen the upside down.
But she should have, but she clearly was not looking at the upside down
Yeah.
or home
Yeah,
for that
she-
matter.
She just blindly trusted and was like, "I guess
Yeah.
we go through here." Okay.
It should have been some context from the other one being like, "Oh, I can see the hospital there. You know, Lucas is right there." And then there's nothing.
Yeah.
And there's nothing in there that looks very inviting.
No, it's just
There's
her
me
getting-
attached to a tentacle,
There's a bunch of flesh walls.
Yeah.
and I'm attached.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And then she jumps through it anyway.
And then rips her Under Armour sleeve through.
Yep. And then she runs away and falls. I thought they were going to splatter.
That would have been way more intriguing as if they would. I don't think I would have been more impressed if they had the balls to kill one of the kids.
Yeah.
They didn't kill anybody.
No, well, they killed one person.
I seen something.
You mean
that said
outside
there
of
was,
Henry?
Like 6
Yes.
deaths.
Who?
Kylie dies.
That doesn't count.
I-
Nobody cares about
If you're
Colin.
saying for the main cast, then no one dies.
If she hadn't shown up and we just assumed that she was dead, or they showed
Yeah.
a thing where she got a bullet through the face, no one would have cared.
Hell, I didn't. I just assumed she was off somewhere else until they fucking brought her back.
Either way, it just didn't seem.
Yeah.
That didn't seem as impactful.
No.
A nice plot point, honestly, not terrible, but a little bit plot holy. But I mean, okay, but fine.
And then we go to episode 7 where they end up making the plan to go and get the kids back because now the kids have been stolen. Because with Max's help of saying where the kids are at and what all da-da-da-da-da.
And she kind of informs him of, via Holly, what his plan is with the kids, why he wants them.
Yes. And it actually brings up one of my, I think, favorite jokes.
The one that's completely out of pocket?
Yeah. It's just out of fucking nowhere.
What the fuck?
Hop is talking about possibly taking a helicopter into the Upside Down. And someone's like, the rotors are like 40 foot wide. That's too big. It'll never fit. And Robin goes, Steve hears that all the time, but he still goes in anyway. And then Murray just leans, because Steve is like, what the hell's wrong with you? And Murray leans over and goes, it's funny. Which,
out of pocket. Like, what the fuck?
At this point, Steve and Will are the only two people in that group that know Robin is gay. So therefore,
he never says that she's the gay one.
What? What do you mean?
Are you talking about Will outing her?
No. Okay. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about everybody else in the room thinks that.
You also forgot the joke that Robin makes to Mike and Lucas about Dick, where they're like, in the whole planning phase, and then they also make jokes about it
it's like Dick.
Yeah, she's like, I like Dick, you like Dick.
Yeah.
Something like that, and then they make another Dick joke when they're going to punch through the bottom. Yeah, so all the boys would probably think that she's not gay.
Yeah.
They'd be like...
that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody else in that room now thinks Robin and Steve have fucked.
At one point,
and that Steve is fucking packing. Which, again, Poonhound. Most everybody's probably assuming that, besides Nancy.
Well, Nancy would know.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. She's the only one not assuming.
Yeah. We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know.
We don't know.
Judging by his reaction, he doesn't want that information out there, though.
Yeah.
False advertising? Maybe.
Embarrassed about it?
Maybe.
Because it doesn't fit?
He has elvatitis of the groin? We don't know.
Yeah. Perfectly groomed, but not shaved. It's like his hair.
Or his chest.
Yeah.
Put some mousse in it. Lean it to the side.
Comb it.
And then Will outs himself. Finally.
Yeah.
That's not how I would phrase it. He comes out. Not
he outs himself.
Outs himself.
I guess technically
that's true.
Vecna does quote unquote force him out, I guess.
Everybody fucking knew.
I said quote unquote.
Forces him out.
Well, I'm
more pissed off that nobody in that fucking room said, yeah, we know, bud. Because Mike fucking calls him out on it.
That's because Hopper wasn't there.
Fair.
Hopper would have definitely been the one.
Yeah. No, Hop was there. No, that's right. Hop left.
And they ignore the part where Mike earlier on says, like, to Will when he's mad about it. Mad about
season 2.
I'm mad about him. Mike hanging out with Elle all the time. And Mike says, it's not my fault you don't like girls.
You sure?
Which could have just been...
That's because he's not mad that he's hanging out with... He's mad that...
They want to play D&D.
And Mike doesn't want to because he's sad about Elle.
Because that's season 3 because they break up.
2. Or is it 3? Maybe
it's 3. It's 3 because I did the script for 3. That's why I remember it.
Whatever. One of them.
Yeah, but that could have just been kids being mean to each other.
It
just
like, been like
haha,
you
you're
don't
gay,
like,
you know.
You don't like girls, and then like there's an unspoken yet. Like you're just not interested in girls yet. Like
I didn't get that. I thought Will was gay.
Well, I mean, it's
he's
hinted
gay
from the first fucking episode. Lonnie was spot on.
Yeah, Lonnie has good gaydar. He does. He called it from when he was like 9. He's like, that boy's queer.
Yeah. Well, and then everybody. Joyce says to Hop whenever she first goes to Hop to say that Will's missing.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
And Lonnie said he's queer, and then Hop's like, well, is he?
Yeah, Hop, that's what I said. If Hop was there when he came out, he would have been like, yeah. We kind of figured that
Where'd
out.
Hop go at that
point? Not that anyone in the show or us are really worried about it. That's not the point. The point is...
I just know he's not there. I don't remember exactly.
Because he was in the room, and then he left. Like, I know he goes to leave because they all go to leave, and then they all turn around. That's why I'm saying I don't know where the fuck Hop's at.
I don't remember.
I mean, it doesn't feel like a necessary part of the story, though.
Like
That he had to come out to everybody, or that he had to come out at all.
Well, either one, really. It doesn't feel like a necessary part of the story. It feels like a distraction from the rest of the episode.
Sam,
if it was at the end of episode 6, I would say that fits really well, because then you have a more positive thing coming out at the end of episode 6, whereas the episode 7, then you could just take to do the rest of the storyline.
Yeah. Sam did bring up what I thought was a very funny point while we were watching this. She's like, what does he think Vecna's going to do? Just show up one day and point at him and go, haha, he's gay, and everybody's going to hate him? Which, I mean...
Just using it to mentally manipulate him.
Exactly.
Yeah. Being gay in the 80s was not cool.
Yeah.
Really not cool. Like, you were ostracized.
Absolutely.
This episode does not showcase that, but you were.
Yeah.
If they had
even
showcased it a bit more in previous seasons, I think it would have been made more sense.
Will's
he just found the most progressive group of people.
That is true.
Well, they have
West, apparently.
They have bigger problems.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah.
And it's most of them have known that kid forever.
Yeah.
So to them, it's not any different.
Yeah.
Besides, he likes
My thing,
dudes.
he did not need to come out to all those people, because half those people don't care. Like, Steve doesn't care. Murray doesn't care. There's a lot. Vicky doesn't care. Robin's girlfriend, she doesn't care.
Yeah.
Doesn't know the kid. It should have been where they started the scene, which was his mom and Mike. That's all that he needed. That's the only people I'm like, that you could have finished the scene there and been like, all right, we're done.
And then he brings everybody back. Yeah. It's like, everybody needs to hear this.
And if you're going to bring people in, just bring like Lucas and Dustin and
like the main group.
Max. That's it. That's all they need to be there.
Noah Schnapp. Is that how you,
Schnapp.
He said that he actually hated what follows that scene, where everybody is like, and me, because Joyce is like, you'll never lose me, and then Jonathan's like, and you'll never lose me, and like it goes through everybody
and
else
my
saying
ex.
and me,
Yeah.
and he was like, it was really cringy to watch that back.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, because it was stupid.
I think it would have been more appropriate if, like, whenever Mike and Lucas and Dustin are sitting on the couch and they kind of just look at each other, like, did you know? And then, but Lucas would just sit forward and say something like, we know.
Yeah.
I think that would have been more appropriate, because
you could
generally speaking, most people's closest friends know before they come
have
out.
some suspicion, usually.
Yeah. It's fine. We know it's far more. I think that's even far more poignant.
Yeah.
Than it is to say like, oh, we
no
accept you
idea
for who you are, but for them to have known previously and not even been bothered enough by it to care if they were bothered at all.
Yeah.
It's not that they don't care. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
it's not a big enough deal for them to be like confront him.
It's like they know, and they've already accepted him for who he is, because someone's sexual identity is not who they are.
Yeah.
If that is all that you are, find something else. Because
you're
if
a very shallow person,
because I'm straight. If my whole identity is being straight, then I actually have questions for my sexuality. So I mean, it seems weird that it's put in here because they didn't make it a big enough deal in previous seasons.
It's weird because it's two straight guys writing for a gay kid.
Yeah,
they don't have the experience.
They don't have that.
Yeah. They could have had someone else come in and be like, "How would you write this?" And it would make more sense. And I feel like if they had built up into it more in previous seasons, it would have felt more appropriate in this. Yeah. And I just think that it doesn't necessarily belong in the way that they put it in there. And it feels awkward and weird and out of place. That's really all.
Gotcha. And then, so they've made their plan of how they get in. They get into the Upside Down. They get where they need to go. Vecna starts bringing this shit together. They all have to climb the towers, the radio tower. Not all of them, but
everybody but
El, Kali, Hop,
and
Murray.
Because
Murray, get those four go back to the lab to get into the tank.
Yeah, they need the tank to connect to him.
Yeah, because they're gonna hijack Vecna's mind to save the kids.
Yeah,
to which they do, kind of.
Well, they have to not even save the kids. Well, it is, but stop the.
Yes, to stop the worlds colliding.
And this is the lab, not in the Upside Down. This is the real lab.
No, this is the Upside Down lab.
Upside Down lab. They had to go.
That's true.
They had to
That's
go
right.
there
They had
because
to
the
go-
plan is to blow up
I
the.
got confused in
Yeah.
that part
Yeah.
because they were going in and out of the upside
Yeah.
down like fucking crazy. At
Because
this
they had
point.
to be there because that's like the middle point. That's like they
Yeah.
couldn't go from. They couldn't connect to his mind
From the material plane.
to
Okay,
the
because he
abyss.
was
All
too
right.
far in the
Yeah.
abyss.
And everyone else goes and gets on top of the radio tower.
Because they're going to climb in
wait.
to fight Vecna for real.
When did they do the thing where they electrocuted the shit out of the Demogorgon?
That was
That's episode 5.
yeah. That was when they figure out that he could connect to the hive mind.
Yeah.
Okay, we forgot to cover that,
It's-
but it's whatever.
He just connects to.
They do Frankenstein. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They Frankenstein, he
does
connects to the
break his
mind.
leg and like helps Max and Holly, and that's how
Yeah,
they
he
find
does
out
save
about
him briefly.
Yeah. Yeah.
it. And then gets mind diddled again.
He really does.
He does.
We forgot about that, but it really didn't make any
Yeah, all
impact
it-
on the story at all.
All it done was show Vecna where Max was because he
Yes.
wanted to kill Max.
Yeah, that's all. He basically went into his mind, stole the information of where Max was, and then sent the Demogorgon.
Yeah.
And show that, and they wanted to show that that Will had a lot more control over Vecna than what
That is
Vecna
what-
probably wanted.
That is where he planted the idea that if he didn't like that, he was
Yeah.
gay. Yeah, that's where that whole
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
was their final encounter before that.
But so worlds collide, they go fight Vecna. Not collide, but get close enough.
Oh, you forgot about the death bait.
The death bait.
They fucking throw Steve off the top of the tower, and then
Well, that happens as the world gets close
Yeah.
to colliding. Yeah.
but they haven't even gotten the upside down yet. Or
That was the only part where
abyss.
I was legitimately nervous. Only because, did you see the Duffer Brothers interview with Jimmy?
No,
I think it was Fallon.
maybe. I don't know.
So they set a bunch of like Funko Pops
Yeah.
out, and we're like, this is how like the final episode goes. And they like set them all out. Well, they put Steve specifically on the fucking edge, like hanging
Okay,
halfway
yeah.
off, and then they knocked him off. And I was like, if Steve's one of the
Here's
fucking
the thing:
deaths,
as soon as it cuts to black, you know he's safe.
True.
They're not gonna have him.
die.
Well, die off screen.
screen.
You're gonna want that like visual.
Yeah.
There was no point in cutting to black. Anyway.
Yeah, just have Jonathan catch him and be done with
yeah.
it.
That felt pointless.
But really, there's only 3 characters I cared if they died. No, that's wrong. 5 characters I cared if they died this season.
Ooh.
Steve, Dustin, Lucas, Hopper, Derek. The rest of them, fuck them. I can care less if they die. It's not Eleven's show anymore. She was a side piece to this whole season, it felt like.
Except for the last episode where she's a little bit more, at least, center focus.
Yeah. Either way, they're fighting Vecna in his mind. The rest of the team is going to fight Vecna in the Abyss. Joyce is there for some fucking reason.
Everybody's gotta go.
That's stupid. Joyce is useless.
They have to have a chaperone.
Yeah,
They have Nancy.
yeah, it's true. Nancy's in charge.
It was because Joyce had to have that scene at the end.
I know.
yeah.
And it made me even more pissed off about it.
Why?
'Cause she's useless. And I didn't like the one-liner at the end. So as they're
Why
fighting,
not?
I just didn't like it. It's fucking stupid.
It's cheesy, but I was like, yeah, at least they got an F-bomb. Not where I would have used it, but I would use it somewhere else. But
Hop ends up fake shooting Elle at some point while she's in the tank.
I'm not sure he shot the tank. I don't think he shot her.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was a mind trick by Vecna to show that he shot her. And then,
That was actually a good turnaround. Actually, I think that was done pretty well.
yeah.
That part was done pretty well because I actually thought he shot Elle, and I'm like, well, I knew that as soon as he shot the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was even that was an illusion as well.
Yeah.
So that's where I was like, oh, well, that was an illusion too. Well, that didn't matter.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was well done because it was messing with Hop.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Well, enough to where it stopped Elle and Callie from fucking with Vecna because that was the whole point of it. And then Elle does more jumping shit because the fucking
Hey,
landscape.
we don't have to see it though. At least
Yeah, that's true.
they just.
That's not
just
before. That's not before. And presumably, Kali dies.
yes, they get the
The military shows up after Hop starts shooting.
Well,
Essentially.
because they figured out. They found the base. They went to the radio station, found the whole plan that they conveniently left out, and were never down there for.
Yeah.
They were never in the basement because Max couldn't go down there. They were up top in the lounge or whatever, but they have the plan neatly written out on the projectors.
Yeah.
Like that was like why? Just have them find it upstairs or some
Yeah.
shit. Like who gives a shit?
But they also had the military found them when they were in the thing, and they were trying to get to the roof.
Yeah.
Where Murray was already set up.
You would have thought the helicopter would have at least like flown up and been like,
Well, yeah, fly to the top of the roof and do a recon. Yeah.
yeah, make sure there's no one up there. Just saying. I don't know.
We don't have to fly that high. We know where they're at.
Yeah, but Murray does get a good hit off. I mean,
Yeah.
he
Blows up a helicopter.
As much as I like Murray, I wish he had jumped off and did like
I
thought you looked like he was going to do it.
Looks like he was going to jump off. And I was like, all right, that'd be badass if he just like sacrificed himself and was like,
he did the whole thing from Independence Day. Hello, boys.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
and then he just like stops and like, yeah. I'm like, okay, well,
I mean, either way, it's fine, but it would have been kind of pointless death, but interesting at the same time.
Yeah.
But
no, you could write it in a way where he had to jump off. Whereas like he didn't have the grenade or whatever, or had a grenade. I don't know.
yeah.
There's
Or he
way-
had to press a button to something like that. Either way, it was a cool thing. He did that and saved
Save the day.
the day. And but
Inconsequentially killed.
Kali,
Because I think it was a piece of glass, not a bullet, that kills her.
she doesn't die there.
Well,
No,
allegedly.
but she stayed essentially.
Allegedly dies there.
she stays in the
No,
room.
allegedly doesn't die there.
Yeah. Sorry if that's spoilers to anybody. She doesn't
We're talking
die
about the
there.
episode. Also, from the very beginning, I'm like, oh, she's obviously didn't. I was like, she didn't get hit or something. 'Cause I'm like, she is an illusionist.
This is like, yeah.
I'm like, very obviously, like her power is she could just be like, look, I'm dead. Oh no.
Yeah.
But the helicopter had the like the thing that
The
blocks
power
him,
thing,
the
yeah.
power thing that blocks him. The
But that's
sonic
after,
wave.
after it gets blown up though.
Well,
Yeah. Well, she gets shot.
She gets shot during the
same
explosion.
time that it.
I don't think I never seen a gun go off.
No,
at my
it,
point.
No, he
it
goes off, he
vividly
shoots,
shows
doesn't
off
he?
the
I
gun
did not
shoot.
see it go off.
Now, granted, it does look like it's aiming up whenever he shoots because he's getting blown back.
And then L makes him shoot himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
blow his head off.
And then they go and Elle gets into the abyss and she fights.
Well, she
she
sees
fights
those-
Vecna while the rest of the gang
She
fights
sees those
the.
earth motes floating up in the air, and she's like, I can make that jump.
Yeah,
And
she's essentially I'm Mario. I can make these
Mario, God of War. I mean, anything
anything that jumps.
any platformer.
yeah, she does big jump. It's good jump.
Yeah, big jump, good jump.
Yeah. It's that whole line again. Big leap, good leap.
And then she fights Vecna while the rest of the squad
Well-
fights the Vikusi spider.
It really it is. It's got a whole Vecnussi.
Well, because the big upside down weird hand thing turns out it's an actual giant spider.
It's the Mind
monster.
Flayer.
It's the mind flayer. It's the mind flayer from season 2 and 3 that we saw in the
But like grotesque form.
in a grotesque flesh form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get Nancy Rambo.
Yeah, she goes full on Rambo.
She really does. And then they defeat it.
I mean, yeah.
And then we have 50 minutes of closure.
was not 50 minutes, 30, but yeah.
It's too much, too fucking much.
Look, here's the thing. I'd rather have too much than none.
I'd rather have
Because
considerably less.
There were several endings. It's like Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
But
People would have, if they would have had just like a 5-minute, 10-minute epilogue, people would have been pissed. Even more than they somewhat are.
I could have dealt with just the D&D. Like, just show me the main
I
characters.
get it, but people
Give a fuck.
like Joyce and Hopper. People like the adult or the semi-adult group.
And Mike had to have his talk with Hop and how everything's okay now. And they had to do the weird D&D thing at the very, very end where we, like, did Elle actually die? No, maybe not.
Yeah.
No. But the one, like, the two things that I really liked about the endings was Dustin's speech.
Which I don't know.
Which,
Are you going to say it? Oh.
are you talking about the Eddie thing?
Yeah, it's
Where he
Eddie-
do-
Eddie's
it's what
not-
Eddie said he was going to do.
Yeah. And the fact that Dipchick Derek is now slip into them DMs, Derek.
I guess, yeah.
I don't know. I think they're just friends.
They are just friends.
Okay. I'm just saying.
I mean, Derek is around a lot because then they go play D&D
Well,
after.
he's fat. He is around a lot.
He's a large child.
But then
maybe he'll grow into it.
yeah.
I did like I liked the main gang playing D&D, especially with how much Max got into it because of how much she
Was vehemently against it
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
She's like, it's fucking lame.
Yeah, and then she was like, "You mother!"
You son of a bitch! Fuck you, Wheeler! I hate you.
Yeah.
My only
This is
problem,
bullshit.
my only problem with them playing D&D is that's not how D&D combat worked even back then. It's not one and dones.
It was very obviously just like a story moment, though, that he was just saying he pulled out of his asshole.
No, but then Strahd dies instantly.
Yeah, it's very obviously this is Mike is a railroading DM. He does not. Yeah, this is very obvious from everything.
He's a story DM.
Well, that's how so many DMs are anyway.
He wants
because
to tell the story,
they want to tell the story of the module that they're running that Wizards of the Coast has sold, or at the time it was TSR has sold them, so they railroad the campaign to tell the story.
Yeah.
But if you want to read a story, go read a book.
Hey, they had.
You
fun.
can read one that Mike writes now, because apparently that's what he does. Also, did you notice that Will moved to Milwaukee?
I thought it was. I just assumed it was New York.
No.
Are you sure?
Somebody heard something. It's wherever Dahmer was.
That's somewhere in Minnesota, Wisconsin.
Minnesota. It started with an M, so it was probably Minnesota.
Are you suggesting?
Yes, I am suggesting that Will Byers is going to get eaten by Jeffrey Dahmer.
I feel bad that
it's very obviously supposed to be New York because they make mention of them moving to Montauk so they can be closer to the city and the boys.
Yeah.
I feel weird about this ending because I know when they graduate is in 1989.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be so far in the past. That is the year I was born.
Yeah. Yeah, you old fuck.
You old fart.
They graduated just like 6 months before, or 4
4
months before I was born.
Now let's talk about some fucking problems
Yeah.
with this season. One of my biggest problems is the whole Henry Krill went to school with everybody.
Yeah, we talked about this already in the last episode. It's the play did some fucky wucky shit with the timeline that didn't make any sense.
It's like Hop and Joyce never just mentioned this weird fucking kid. Not only that, the kid was in a coma, then went to Brenner's lab, right? So how the fuck did he even go to school?
Do you remember every person that you went to school with for just like 6 months or a year?
According to the events of the play, weird shit happens while they're doing this play.
Oh, okay.
That they're in.
Yeah.
That they're like, oh, we don't remember that. I don't have no idea.
Yeah, you would remember this person.
Yeah. And there's another plot hole that I seen was whenever Max and them are guiding Ellen Colley, Max is guiding Ellen Colley through. She talks about Mr. Wheeler and Mrs. Wheeler.
Yep.
But Nancy talks about Mr. Wheeler being older.
Yeah. I mean,
and had a good job and come from a good family was why Karen married him.
They could have been Mackin in high school. He's a senior, she's a freshman, whatever.
Could have been, but
again, there's problems because they decided to make the play canon. That's why the play, much like Cursed Child, it gets a little fucky wucky with timelines and shit to make it a more interesting play.
And then there was another problem.
So you have someone to root for in the play. There's not all new characters. You have Joyce and Hopper there. And it's like, why the fuck are they there?
There was one, I think it's just an editing problem. I don't think it has anything to actually do with the show. But Steve, whenever he turns off the tower, like turns off the power to the tower, it's gray.
It's gray / black-ish, the arrow.
And then when Robin does it, it's red.
I don't know why. I don't know why logistically it was like I can't. It has been like either a reshoot or something. I don't know.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I'm saying if they had the set built, like why the fuck would it not?
Why would it not look the same?
Couldn't tell you.
All right. Anything else? Any other problems? I mean, there's a lot.
We haven't got to the military part.
Yeah.
The season ends.
The season ends. They come out of the fucking upside down.
And everybody's just allowed to live their normal lives, which is not what it would have happened. They would have shipped all 20 of them to a black site. They would have never been seen from again.
Yeah.
They would have covered up like they did them all.
Absolutely.
And they'd been like, all these people died.
Even if they let them out, they wouldn't let them talk to each other.
No.
But they would just send them to a black site.
They wouldn't.
Yeah.
Nancy and Hop at least are executed.
Yeah.
For murdering military. The rest of them are like, you're you're conspiring against the U.S. government. Yeah. Welcome to jail for the rest of your life.
What they needed was a patsy.
Yeah.
Like they did before. They needed someone to...
Maybe they did. Underground used Murray, and Murray just went underground again.
It's true. But we don't see Murray after that.
No, we see him at the graduation.
Did we?
Yes, he's sitting next to fucking Mr. Clark.
That's right.
No, I guess I don't remember seeing him.
If he's there. No, there's an
untold love story.
The military should not have been a part of this season. Like it was just an unnecessary obstacle there. if you are, at least have like Owens come back and be in charge of it again, so they have someone that's on their side or something.
Yeah, someone that can work around.
Yes,
that.
Someone who's not an entire fucking moron.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the military being there, I feel like introduces more plot holes than it helps fix.
Yeah. All right, ratings. I'm first. I guess I should tell you the average for this season so far. It's still fairly new at the time of this recording, so it'll change some. Right now, the average for the season, 7.9. 7.95, so technically 8. But
isn't this like the lowest season?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
It has 3 of the 4 lowest rated episodes in it.
Yeah.
So I'm up. I'm going to give it a 7.6. I'm not going to expand.
Oh, okay.
I don't give a fuck. You're up, Jarrett.
8.25. I'll expand after Ethan goes.
Ethan.
I'll do 6.7.
Get the fuck out. Leave. I know you didn't even do it on purpose, probably.
No, I did.
Okay. Then definitely get the fuck out. Leave.
No, but I would say probably about 7.
Here's my thing. People are being hyperbolic. They're saying this is one of the worst finales they've ever seen, and I'm like, you're fucking high.
No.
This is not worse than Game of Thrones. This is not worse than Dexter. This is not worse than How I Met Your Mother. It's not. The reason I gave it an 8.25 is because they did what they needed to do to me. They landed the plane, and they satisfied most of what I needed. I was like, all right, good enough. Was it the best finale I've ever seen? No. Was it the worst? Absolutely not.
They diverged greatly from the storyline.
Yes.
They introduced a crap ton of plot holes that will never be fixed.
Yeah, because it
Well,
was
Unless they do in previous, which is just lazy fucking writing to start out with. And the dialogue is terrible. The characters don't act like the characters that we know from the previous 4 seasons. Even last season 4 was pretty close to how they've always acted. And a lot of the acting feels wooden. So the directing's probably bad.
There's one scene that's really wooden.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we're all thinking of the same thing.
Which one?
Mike and Elle's final kiss.
Yes.
Where he's like, there's a funny meme. Someone's like, I've seen Mike hold, I think Mike would hold a piece of paper more intimately than that. And it shows him holding the poster that Will gives him in season 4. And they're like, he did.
But
yeah. They must not like each other very much because they're.
You ever watched the old interviews like with them even as
those
kids?
kids did not like her at all.
The only one that even remotely even came close to looking like they got along was her and Will.
They do like each other.
They like each other, but the other 3 don't like her.
Which is fine.
Which is funny because if you notice in interviews, because I've been seeing this a lot, you've got the other 3 that are doing a lot of interviews. Well, like now they're doing their rounds.
It's the other 3 and Sadie.
Yeah.
And then,
I haven't seen Sadie on as many here.
And like all the press tours, it's them 3 and Sadie.
Yeah.
And then Noah and Millie.
I also know that Finn hates Byler because
we didn't even touch on that. Byler's fucking stupid. Like those people are not watching the same show that we are.
Yeah. No, stupid as all get out.
Like you can have your own fandom, headcanon, whatever, but don't like try and force it onto the entire community at large.
Yeah.
Like that was dumb.
But
and
I don't remember
that's part of the reason why episode 7 is so fucking low is because Byler fans are downvoting it on purpose.
Yeah. There was one, and Caleb said something about, like, they talked about something. He was like, Byler!
Yeah.
And Finn just, like, looked at him like, I'm going to fucking kill you.
Yeah. Not only the kids have been doing a lot of press, but the Duffer Brothers have been doing a lot of press, and they need to do less press. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
because they have just been saying shit, and it just doesn't help. They're trying to like fix some of the potholes and stuff, and they're just kind of like digging their own.
Yeah, they're just making the hole bigger.
They need to do it, David. Like someone said, they need to do it like David Lynch does. And it's like, well, I made it. You watch it. You tell me what you think it was.
Yeah,
you tell me. I'm not gonna tell you what it was.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we've talked about this for as long as we should.
Hey, we somehow made it almost the same length as the other
know. I don't know how the fuck. Well, I guess
we gotta talk about all the problems.
No, time wise, this is not as long as season 4.
True.
It's not.
But we appreciate you guys listening.
Season 3.
We will catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.